We thought about making a daddy soup, kind of, may the odds be ever in your favor. But I've met my family, and he comes from this good New England stock. Came over on the Mayflower, so he was the obvious choice to be the biological father. Oh, and I just got my equity card, so my career's kind of just taking off in case this whole parenthood thing doesn't work out. I'm guessing we got pregnant right away because billions of spermatozoa that were usually pretty unenthused about their daily outing finally got released and went, Eureka! I missed most of the last trimester because I was rehearsing a show with Jerry Herman. The Jerry Herman. If you don't know who Jerry Herman is, turn to your nearest gay and ask. Jerry Herman wrote some of the most beautiful music in the world. Hello, Dolly, Mame, La Cage. The fact that this recording exists makes me way happier than it should. This is me rehearsing the first day with Jerry Herman.
Like the candles. Okay, can you do candles? Yeah, is it in your range? Yeah.
What is that then?
The B flat.
Oh, this is so great. This is so great.
I've never been.
I hate when Angela does light the candles because it's not the melody. That's comfortable for you? Good, great.
Light the candle.
Great.
Get the ice out. Roll the rug up.
Rug up.
That's
What key?
B flat. Isn't that a B flat?
Oh.
Yeah, it's great in this chord. Yeah,
Oh.
See.
Roll the rug up. It's today.
Though it may not be anyone's birthday,
And though it's far from the first of the year,
we know that this very minute has history in it. We're
it's a time for making merry.
Time for every time.
Okay,
Oh,
every time.
I almost said, are you
Make
sure?
that permanent in ink forever.
My big solo in that show was It Only Takes a Moment, the song Cornelius Hackle sings in Hello, Dolly. I knew this song. I'm a baritone. I've been singing this song at auditions for years.
Okay, are you okay for us to go on?
But I love how he checked in with me. Are you okay? Oh, it's coming.
Okay, you're taking too much, you're taking an extra beat each time before da 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 da. It's he held me for an instant each time.
Again, I almost said, are
let's do
you
that.
sure? I've been singing this song for years.
It only takes a moment instead of it only takes a moment. That
seems mocking.
That's right.
And Gary, what tempo do you want it to sing? It stands free, so it can be whatever tempo you want.
I kind of like the tempo. It's not ever done in that tempo. The tempo's fine, but close up that just a one rest instead of two. So it's
Takes a moment for your eyes to
The same week that show opened, our daughter was born. When he first handed her to me, it was was like holding a Kenny Loggins song in my arms. Beautiful and terrifying. I think he sensed my terror because he sat down next to me, put his arm around me and said, "Hey, we got this. I've got the brains, and she's gonna need somebody to sing to her first thing in the morning. Sing to her a Kenny Loggins lullaby. Sing to her when that song is over. Sing to her until we say goodbye." Years later, long after I was far too old to play Cornelius Hackle, I was cast as Cornelius Hackle in a in-concert version of Hello, Dolly, starring Leslie Uggams as Dolly Levi. I was more nervous than I have ever been on opening night, inches away from leaving the house when I heard, "Daddy, do I look okay?" I've heard stories from other actors about real life crossing over to the stage, but until that night, in that moment, I had no idea what they were talking about. In the short time it took me to sing "It Only Takes a Moment," the same song I was singing when she was born, the song Jerry Herman taught me to sing, every wonderful memory of every beautiful thing I'd ever done with her since the day she was born came flooding out of my face. It only takes a moment for your eyes to meet, and then that night at the cast party, my husband and I watched as the young lady our daughter had become proudly made it known to anyone who would listen that was her daddy up on the stage. He saw what was going on. He made his way across the room, put his arm around me, and whispered in my ear, "See, you got to sing to her in front of Leslie Uggams. Sing to her that Jerry Herman lullaby. Sing to her. You saw it when it happened. You sang to her. Then you lost your shit on stage in front of God and Leslie Uggams." The next few years were a blur of AP classes, Backstreet Boys, and Harry Potter. When she got her first acceptance letter, I knew my Kenny Loggins song was over. I was trying really hard to feel sorry for myself when there he was, looking me right in the eye. Only this time, he said, "I need you to sing to me first thing every morning. Sing to me last thing before bed. Sing to me, remind me of our story. Sing to me through all our days ahead." There are names that I was called when I was little. There are names that I was called I won't say now. But those names that I was called when I was little can't compare to the name they call me now. Big Gay Dad, that's the name they call me, Big Gay Dad. Hi, Big Gay Dad, so many daddy stories. We all know by now there are different kinds of Big Gay Daddies, right? Shh, the story begins. Kate was starting preschool, and she needed a lunchbox. And the only lunchbox we had was the Campus Queen lunchbox that my BFF Annie had given me because she was sick of seeing me carry my makeup from show to show in a plastic Safeway bag. The first day of class, Kate's teacher said, "Katie, I love your Campus Queen lunchbox." And Katie said, "Thanks, it's my dad's." Big Gay Dad, that's the name they call me, Big Gay Dad. He used to keep his makeup in it. Big Gay Dad, so many daddy stories, his alpha hag gave it to him. The story begins. I was singing in a Christmas concert once, and they thought it would be so cute to have my little daughter sing with me. She couldn't have been less interested. I finally had to say, "Kate, if you don't sing with Daddy, the booby fairy will never come." Big Gay Dad, that's the name they call me, Big Gay Dad. Can we just acknowledge there were times I had no business raising a little girl? Big Gay Dad, that's the name they call me. Oh yeah, the booby fairy did finally come. Karma's a bitch. And so, apparently, is the booby fairy. The story begins. Kate was in the 5th grade, and her teacher asked me if I could come in and give a basic acting lesson. Stand still, breathe, pee first. I took my guitar with me, I can't remember why, but one of the kids saw it and said, "Can I play it?" The teacher nodded, so I handed it to him and stepped aside. He was struggling through some unrecognizable Beatles song. When I turned to the teacher and said, "Would you like me to put an end to this?" she turned back to me. "His father started Netflix." I turned to Kate. "You have my permission to marry him." Big Gay Dad, that's the name they call me, Big Gay Dad. Daddy Ewa. Big Gay Dad, so many daddy stories. Kate, Netflix. Shh, the story begins. Chris was in law school, and we found out we were having another baby. Law school. At the time, we were living with his mother, who we now know only hated me because of the dementia, mostly. It got so bad between us for a while that I finally just had to move out for a little while. The day our son was born, I moved back in with my family. The day we brought him home, the day he came home, beautiful like his father, funny like me, my life forever after's changed as it could be. I never felt deserving, was sure I'd get it wrong. Not sure I'm not still learning this, my other daddy's song. Beautiful boy, you came into my life when my life needed beauty. Beautiful boy, made all the years before you came seem blue and moody. Beautiful boy, all the love you brought and shared through all the years. Beautiful boy, through all the laughter and the tears. There's no way to say how quickly the years we have go by. But if we learn from distant history, together we can fly over hills and valleys, over problems, over wrongs, till at last we solve them. Or don't solve them. Beautiful boy, you came into my life. My life needed beauty. Beautiful boy, made all the years before you came seem blue and moody. Beautiful boy, all the love you brought and shared through all the years. Beautiful boy, thanks for the laughter